Today we're going to be talking about The Matrix. This is an instant classic, but what I can't believe is when this movie was made that there wasn't an insurrection, revolution, some kind of toppling of the social order, just something. And when I refer to they, the ones who made this movie and make a lot of movies and leave us hints and clues and literature and so on, they do this for a number of reasons, and I'm going to be listing the theories why in later videos. But for now, let's get to Morpheus and the infamous red pill, blue pill rabbit hole scene. So, this is Argos, by the way. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know, you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. There's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. While that may seem vague, sort of abstract maybe, to me the Matrix movies, they're one of my favorite because they're so philosophy oriented, and I know for some people, I don't know, that might be over their head, or they just wrote this off as like a sci-fi thriller. But so what I'm going to try and do in this video is peel back the layers and reveal the mystery, if you want to call it that. So Morpheus goes on to relate to Neo, who's known as the One, which really can be anybody who acknowledges their unlimited potential. That he says that none are sure of the year or the time in general, except for what they have been told. And this correlates to our times because the elites are the ones who give us the history that they want us to see and leave out the parts that we're not supposed to know about. So he brings Neo over to like a television screen, and he shows him the reality of the condition of the planet versus what generations have come to believe. And so what you might be asking by this point is, what actually is the Matrix then? Or why should I care? Morpheus answers, the Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us, even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. When you go to church, when you go to work, when you pay your taxes. It is a world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? Replies Neo. That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage. Born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. I kind of messed up the quote a little bit, but I think you get the picture. In short, and this is kind of my loose working definition of the Matrix, it is a tainted model of life that we have come to think of as the only way humans can exist. It is the education you received, the one-sided history you have been told, the methods of ruling you, such as a republic or socialism, the rights that have been given to you because you allow some authority to have any say in your life. The mainstream religions that have been pressed on you to keep you from ever knowing true spirituality. The propaganda, which we call the news, which is really the voice of lying governments and their secret motives. It is the entertainment and vices that sap our strength and absorb all of our attention. Pre-designed cultures based largely on consumerism, socially engineered norms for the masses, that's us, to abide by. Money that is valueless, but we are made to worship. When you ought to be married by an acceptable age, the decision to go into a particular profession or career based on the desired salary, the sports we become obsessed with, or the shows we can't stop binge watching, the apps, the games, the texts that we can't take our mind off of, and the endless line of distractions that keep you from ever figuring out what life is truly about. Pause for a moment. How do you think that the clothes you're wearing became fashionable, or they even need to wear them in the first place, especially if you live in a warmer climate? How do you expect cars come into style, or why older models appear outdated, or that they're even our main source of transportation? Why? To put this into perspective for the random course of events that we are currently experiencing, do you think you are free and can pick any lifestyle you choose without hindrance when natural resources in the form of oceans and wilderness can be shut off to you because they are state beaches and national parks, even though they have been here long before us and will be here long after? Do you think you are unaffected when some legitimate sovereignty can tell you when to leave your house or when to cover your face? Do you think you have found your place in the job market, or you have figured out how to be financially secure when in a second you are forced to work from home or even laid off because your stability can become non-essential? But you may be wondering why. What is the purpose of this? Or perhaps, why am I listening to this guy ramble on and on about stuff that makes no sense? Let me direct you to the most insightful scene in the movie: Neo waking up.